welcome to part 3 of Activating Your Money Mojo with the Feng Shui tips and all the rest of it. So I just want to say welcome back. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the first 2 parts. Leave me a comment. Let me know how things are going for you. I always like to know. The one thing that I did want to mention is sometimes when we start doing this stuff, you get into a lull, but that's why I'm here. That's why I'm back. I'm going to tell you some really great tips today, practical ones, and in the 4th video I'm going to go into crystals, how to take care of them, what crystals are good. Okay, so let's get started today. Right on. Okay, so what we did go through was we found out where our wealth corner is. We found out about the colors, purple, green, yellow, red, and then we started our daily affirmation, and I'm going to add this one in. I am a money magnet. Woo! You should be putting this up somewhere easily that you can see all the time. And like The Secret says, you know, the movie The Secret, write yourself a check. They have it at thesecret.tv. You can download an actual check. Write yourself a check of the amount of money that you want to receive. And post it somewhere where you can see it like all the time. It's going to be great. And one tip that I didn't tell you before is that I actually write the affirmations onto my mirror in the bathroom so that every time I go into the bathroom, I see it. I write it in the erasable dry markers, just like I use on this board. And so you see it all the time, and then every month I change them. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few tips here. This is practical savings tips, like action steps to do today. Number 1, call your service providers. Yes, that's the way to ensure you save some money. I'm telling you, just last week when we started this stuff, I was looking at my cell phone bill and I said, that's way too expensive because my boyfriend's super cheap. His plan is way cheaper. So I phoned up my provider, and I've done this in the past before. I forgot about it. And I told them, hey, look, why is my bill so expensive when, you know, my boyfriend's with a different provider and he's like way less than me? What can you do for me here? Well, they gave me an extra option, and they gave me $10 off a month. So that's $120 I saved just in one 5-minute phone call, and they were actually quite willing to give it away. If you do, for some reason, get somebody that is not willing to work with you on, let's say, your credit card's interest rate or something like that, don't pester the person, hang up, phone back another day. Sometimes it's all to do with just the person's having a bad day or something, you know, and you can't change that. Or ask to speak to the supervisor. Because just say, I've been your client for so many years, I want something extra, and what can you do for me, or else I'm going to take my business elsewhere, because really you do have that option. So, and they want to keep you. Competition is fierce these days. They want to keep you, and they want you there forever. So if you just complain a little bit, the squeaky wheel always gets the grease. So 2, set some money goals. How much do you want to be increasing your money by? It's nice to say we want to activate the money mojo, but we have a good practical plan here. How are you going to do it? So one thing is by decreasing your bills. It's also like when you're saving, that's an actual added income because you're not spending that money anymore. But set some realistic, timely goals. Set a time frame on it. Make sure it's something that you can actually easily achieve, that you can actually think and see that, oh yeah, I can increase my income this month by $500 by doing this X, Y, and Z. Or if you want to raise it $1,000, my actual goal for this year is to at minimum double what I made last year. I'm well on my way. I'm doing good. So, anyways, then 3, I mentioned the colors, right? So we looked at the colors and I told you you should be wearing them like the gold, or, you know, the thing is that you should be eating, living, breathing, all of these colors. So eat red, orange, yellow, green peppers, purple eggplant, you know, yams, because they're yellow and orange. The sweet potatoes and things like that, and they're all kind of earth products as well. So eating those root vegetables is always a good one. Beets, you know, all of those good root healthy vegetables. I actually have a thing that I call a root chakra stew, and I put in all of the root vegetables with a can of tomatoes and a little bit of regular tomato sauce, and I spice her up all nice, and it's delish with some, you can put either meat or beans. I've done both. Anyways, okay. The other thing that I wanted to mention about the colors is that you can also, there's secondary colors, because yellow and red make orange. You can use orange if that color is really well suited to you. And what was the other one that I was going to say? Oh, brown. Brown, because that's the color of wood. So a wealth attractor is wood, brown colors, the orange, red, purple. Get to know those colors intimately right now. If you're really focused on activating that money wealth thing, start wearing gold. Dress yourself up. Look the part. Look good. Feel good. You know, when you dress up, you just feel better. That's your energy going up. Okay, so now step number 4. I want you to give in order to receive. So, and I'm not talking financially here. If you don't have the funds to start giving out to charity, like hundreds or thousands of dollars, don't. It doesn't matter the amount. Even if you go and give $1 to charity, you're still doing the action of giving. And in order to receive things, we have to be able to receive. So you have to give, but you also have to receive, and it should be on the exact same wavelength, right? To give love and to receive love is no different. Well, it shouldn't be anyways. By the way, the next package and series that I'm going to be doing is the love one, and I think I'm going to come out with it right on Valentine's Day, the first one. Okay, now, oh, volunteer. So if you don't have the money factor to give, I want you to volunteer. Volunteer at any kind of event that you can possibly volunteer at. It doesn't matter what you volunteer for. Just give a little bit of your time. That's actually the most precious that you can commodity that you can give. Give your time. I like to go and do charity events for the Children's Hospital. We do a hot dog sale outside of one of my friend's grocery stores every month throughout the spring and summer, all the way into the fall. And then I've been going to the church fundraiser and doing readings for them the last Saturday of every month. And you know what, it just makes me feel better. I know that I'm giving back to my church that actually does really great services for me and everyone in the community. And you know what, who knows, when you go and volunteer, that might be where your next job lead comes from. It might be your next business partner. You don't know. And it's also a good time to make partnerships. At least you have something in common, right? You may not get a job lead, but you might find a new friend for life, and those are invaluable and full of abundance and wealth throughout the rest of your life. So that's awesome. Okay, now this is the funny thing. This is what I was talking about, the receiving. Accepting gifts and compliments easily and gracefully, right? So what I told you before, what stops the energy flowing to you dead in its tracks is when you say, no, I'll get that later, or I'll do it for myself. If somebody wants to give you a gift of whatever it may be, take the gift. They got all excited. They thought, oh, Susie's really going to really like this one, and I'm going to give it to her. And, you know, and then they go and they bring it to you, and they knock on your door, and they give it to you, and you go, oh. Well, then they're like, oh, but she didn't like it as much as I thought, or whatever. Say thank you. That was so nice of you to think of me, right? You know, like, it just, accept it gracefully. And this is the other thing when I am talking about giving as well. This is one thing that I like to do on a quite an often basis. I always like to give smiles, like really silly smiles, like even if I'm on the bus or if I'm just driving one time and I look over and I give a smile to the next person over, and then they start smiling and everybody's smiling, and then it just becomes a continuous circle about, and then all of a sudden everybody's smiling, everybody's happiness level just went up. And I especially love when I see ladies of a distinguished age, and they're always dressed up, like, you know, sometimes they're in their pink or purple jackets and suit jackets, and they're all done up, and you know that they spent that extra hour in the morning to get ready. I always say, looking good, ladies, and then they always, oh, I thank you, you know, it's always fun. And you know what, and then when somebody gives you a compliment, you have to be able to receive it. So if they go up to you and say, nice top, oh, I really like your blouse, and don't say, oh, I bought it for $2 at the thrift store. Wrong. Just say yes. Thank you. I love this top too. You know, like, it's just that simple. You don't have to go into details about anything. So, and that's about that. So in the next video, I am going to go over the gemstones, cleansing. I'm going to talk a little bit about smudge sticks. And that's it for now, I guess. So until next time, I'm wishing you tons of prosperity, lots of abundance, and keep on repeating, I am a money magnet. Okay, bye. Talk to you later.